Hello everyone, welcome to Success Education. Today we'll be doing the workbook solution for social science for chapter number 17, that is livelihood. Before that, if you have not subscribed my channel till now, please do subscribe it for more videos. So we'll be starting with the MCQs. First one, which is the most common occupation in rural areas, it's option number B, farming. Second, from where do people come to the city to get employment? It's option number D, all of these. Third, in what work are most of the people engaged in the village? It's option number B, farming. Fourth, what does everyone need for livelihood? It's option number D, income. Fifth, in which district is Disa city located? It's option number D, Banaskantha. Sixth, on whose farm does Madhuba work? It's option number A, Mongji Bhai's. Seventh, what did Madhuba do to return money to Lavji Bhai? It's option number B, sold her anklets. Eighth, how many acres of land does Salman have? It's option number A, 10 acres. Ninth, what business does Salman do besides farming? It's option number D, cattle rearing. 10th, what crops do most of the farmers grow in Ramnagar? It's option number C, paddy or rice. 11th, what do Rudiba Ben and Lakhima work? It's option number C, fishing. 12th, which problem has increased due to the roadside shops and workers? It's option number B, traffic. 13th, in which district is Vav Taluka located? It's option number A, Banaskantha. 14th, what work does Karshan Bhai engage in after coming to the city? It's option number C, running rickshaw. 15th, what did Neelam's maternal uncle work in the factory as? It's option number A, as a manager. 16th, what work does Jai Singh coming from Rajasthan to Navsari do? It's option number B, to make chocolates. Now we'll continue with question number 2, that is fill in the blanks. First one, most of the people in the village are engaged in farming work. Second, industrial employment is more available in cities. Third, arrangement of livelihood with the environment means the life of the villages. Fourth, everyone needs to create income to earn a livelihood. Fifth, some farmers in Ranpur village grow vegetables throughout the year. Sixth, Madhuba works in the farm of Mongjibai. Seventh, once Madhuba did not get work for many days, so she borrowed money from Lavjibai. Eighth, Salman also does cattle rearing in addition to farming. Ninth, Salman sometimes goes in the industrial colony of a nearby city for the retail work. 10th, a fisherman is called a food producer. 11th, fish is a marine life. 12th, Rudiba Behan and Lakhima both do the work of fishing. 13th, Rudiba Behan and Lakhima earn their livelihood by fishing for 8 months. 14th, exploring the sea is risky during monsoon season. 15th, as pollution is increased in the sea, fishermen have to go far away into the sea for fishing. 16th, Karshan Bhai, working as a rickshaw driver in the city, was a carpenter in his home or village, that is home village. 17th, Jai Singh, coming from Rajasthan to Navsari, works as a chocolates maker. 18th, skill has great importance in getting employment. Now we'll continue with question number 3, that is true or false. First one, the village people use maximum facilities in their life. It is false. Second, the people of the city go to surrounding villages for employment. It is false. Third, the people of a city are connected with more than one occupation. It is true. Fourth, in Ranpur village shop, medicines for fever, cough, and cold are also available when needed. It is true. Fifth, small landholders in Malpur village are dependent on irrigation for farming. It is false. Sixth, Salman himself does farming on his land. It is true. Seventh, Salman has 2 cows and 1 buffalo. It is false. Eighth, Jagabhai trades in wheat. It is false. Ninth, Sancherda village is situated on the sea coast. It is true. 10th, exploring the sea is risky during the monsoon season. It is true. 11th, The number of fish are increasing in the sea due to pollution. It is false. 12th, it is very easy to get employment in the city. It is false. 13th, similar types of occupations are seen in the city. It is false. 14th, Neelam's maternal uncle runs a rickshaw in the city. It is false. 15th, Jai Singh came from Rajasthan to Navsari, works to make chocolates. It is true. Now we'll continue with question number 4, that is match the following. First one, farm laborer. It's option number 3, may not get work for 12 months. Second, work based on skill. It's option number 2, can earn in more ways than one. Third, industrial employment. It's option number 1, get permanent work. Now second part of match the following. First one, Ranpur village. It's option number 4, potatoes and millet are grown here. Second, Malpur village. It's option number 5, village of Mongjibai and Madhuba. Third, Pandarwada village. It's option number 1, here Salman does farming and cattle rearing. Fourth, Ramnagar village. It's option number 2, paddy is grown here. Now we'll continue with question number 5, that is answer in 1 or 2 sentences. First one, what is the most important thing about village life? The most important thing about the village life is that the villagers live with minimum facilities. Second, what is village life? The village life means the arrangement of livelihood with environment. Third, how many cities and towns are there in our country? There are more than 5,000 cities and about 27,000 small and big towns in our country. Fourth, how does a family earn livelihood? The family members earn money by service, business or labor work. The family earns livelihood from such work. Fifth, where is Ranpur village located? Ranpur village is located a little away from Disa city in Banaskantha district. Sixth one, in which occupations are the people of Ranpur village engaged? Most people of Ranpur village are engaged in the occupations like farming, farm laboring, cattle rearing, etc. Seventh, where do we find people engaged in farming or farm labor? We find people engaged in farming or farm labors in the village. Eighth one, what kind of people can get employment easily? The person having education and various types of skills can get employment easily. Ninth one, what work does Madhuba of Malpur village do? Madhuba of Malpur village works as a laborer with her husband in the farm of Mongjibai, a big farmer of a village. 10th, what did Madhuba do when she did not get work for many days? Once Madhuba did not get work for many days, so she borrowed money from Lavji Bhai to treat his sick daughter. 11th, what did Madhuba do to return the borrowed money from Lavji Bhai? Madhuba sold her own anklets to return the borrowed money from Lavji Bhai. 12th, what do farmers with a small piece of land in Malpur village do? Farmers with a small piece of land in Malpur village are dependent on rainfall for farming. When there is no rain, they have to migrate to other places for getting work. 13th, how does Salman make a living? Salman makes a living for 7 to 8 months on farm income. He makes a living for rest of 4 months from the income of cattle rearing. 14th, how does Karshan Bhai living in Tharad make a living? Karshan Bhai, a native of Mavsari village, was engaged in carpentry work. For the last 5 years, he has been running a rickshaw in Tharad. In this way, Karshan Bhai makes a living by driving rickshaw. 15th, how does Neelam's maternal uncle make a living? Neelam's maternal uncle makes his living by working as a manager in a factory of manufacturing shirts and pants. 16th, from which state has Jai Singh come to Navsari? What does he do in Navsari? Jai Singh has come to Navsari from Rajasthan. He does business of making chocolates in Navsari. 17th, how many people get employment due to Jai Singh's chocolate business? Due to Jai Singh's chocolate business, more than 100 people get employment directly or indirectly. Now we'll continue with question number 6, that is answer the following questions briefly. First one, what jobs do people find on the roadside? In the city, the people find jobs on the roadside as a vegetable seller in a cart or at the shop making puncture and repairing a cycle, shoe polisher, cold drinks dealer, grocery seller, toy seller, barber, car glass cleaner, and seller of cleaning tools as well as drinking water on bicycle, etc. Second, what is the business of Jagabhai of Ramnagar village? Jagabhai of Ramnagar village is a merchant. If the villagers need anything from Jagabhai's shop, they take the rice to his shop. In lieu of rice, Jagabai gives them their demanded things. Jagabai collects the rice taken from the village people and sells it to a big shop in the city. In this way, Jagabai does his own business. Third one, how do Rudiba Behan and Lakhima earn their livelihood? Rudi Behan and Lakhima both live in Sanchada village situated on the sea coast. They both are engaged in fishing. They earn their livelihood by fishing for 8 months in a year. Fourth one, if Madhuba and her husband had their own land, how would their way of earning livelihood be different from now? If Madhuba and her husband had their own land, they would not have to go for labor in the farm of Mongjibai. They would work on their farm. They themselves would sow weed and harvest crops on their farm. Not only that, they would hire other laborers to help them. That way, Madhuba and her husband would no longer have to face any difficulties for earning livelihood. Now we'll continue with question number 7, that is write a short note on. First one is rural life. A large number of villagers make livelihood by farming, doing farm labor and cattle rearing. Many people run their lives by doing occupations like tailoring work, blacksmith work, goldsmith work, etc. In the village, some people have shops for sale of grocery, vegetables, tea, snacks, etc. Some of the villagers go to the city and work as construction laborers or as truck drivers. Some villagers regularly earn their livelihood by selling milk, vegetables, or other things from the villages to the cities. Second topic is urban life. In the city, a large number of people make a livelihood by working on the roadside as well as by working as hawkers. There are many shops in the market of a city. The shopkeeper, salesman, and other employees work there and run their lives. Thousands of people in the city work as retail laborers. Many people work in factories in the city and run their lives. Many educated people in the city teach in schools and colleges. And here we come to the end of the chapter number 17, that is livelihood. I hope you have understood the complete chapter. If you have any doubts, you can write in the comments section. I'll surely try to answer all the questions. Thank you for watching my video and do subscribe my channel for more updates. Thank you.